As the narrative transitions to a quainto near the border of Gorilla, plays with 2-year-old children and job appraisals from the local priest. Each youngster is assigned an occupation that aligns with their innate abilities. The scene unfolds with our protagonist, Locke, introducing himself to his peers boldly declaring his aspiration to become a beastamer. A nearby girl, Amy, intrigued by Locke's choice, expresses admiration but harbors skepticism about his potential to excel in such a unique occupation. Amy herself is a budding magic user. What one of Locke's companions points out that the priest seemed unaware of the existence of the compassion of Gladiator. Despite this initial confusion, he searches into reassure Locke, boosting his morale by expressing unwavering belief in his abilities. Grateful for their support, Locke thanks them and they collectively pledge to become the strongest in their respective roles, aspiring to form an elite rank party. In a moment of introspection, Locke contemplates the significance of his chosen occupation. He concludes that as long as he can derive joy from his interactions with friends, the specific nature of his job is secondary. He resolves to be the supportive force propelling his friends towards their dream. Thus, forward 3 years, and the scene shifts to the royal capital at Kunto, where rain drizzles outside. Luck, burdened with belongings, finally arrives just as he's about to enter. He overhears his friends discussing him. Isaac dismisses Locke's role as a beast-tamer, deeming it nonsensical and pointing out that Locke hasn't even tamed a single monster. But according to Isaac, Locke's contributions are like limited to menial tasks that anyone could handle. Amy, however, staunchly defends Locke, asserting that he has been working hard to improve. Cody mentions that they are now part of a highly respected selling party, such a move. Argues that they cannot afford to carry dead weight, especially someone who cannot engage in combat. Furthermore, he reveals that a hero has shown interest in their party, presenting a golden opportunity to gain royal recognition. He such confidently asserts that building a strong relationship with the hero could elevate their standing, potentially even catching the king's attention. He believes their village would reap benefits from this newfound recognition. Not nevertheless concurring with his such, Amy acknowledges the potential truth in his words. No, meanwhile, like disheartened Locke overhears their conversation. Isachi announces their plan to meet the hero and venture into the dungeon of flames of destruction the next day. Convinced that the hero's strength will help them conquer the dungeon, Isachi bids farewell to Locke. In a similar casual remark, Isash mentions that there would be no issue if Amy were to date Locke. Tommy, attempting to ease the situation, asks Ash to wait. The outside Locke, grappling with mixed emotions, ponders these words. Until now, Locke had never encountered a magical beast, a stark contrast to most beast tamers who devoted their lives to the pursuit of these creatures or choose entirely different professions. In the realm of beast tamers, skills encompass not only taming but also support magic. The narrative captures the unfolding tension and sets the stage for a critical juncture in the character's journey. As they pressed forward, eager to confront the boss, Locke felt a weight on his shoulders, the burden of proving himself. Kid voices impatience as expressing the urgency of reaching the boss quickly, noticing a decrease in monster numbers. Compared to his previous visits, Kid acknowledged Locke's potential as more than just a servant, recognizing his ability to scout for the group. Izachi inquired about Locke's familiarity with the dungeon, and Kid confirmed that Locke had explored it before, recounting a perilous encounter during his novice days. He mentioned avoiding teaming up with the skilled adventurers since that harrowing experience. Izachi's impatience flared, and he directed his frustration at Locke, questioning the delay and urging him to expedite their progress. Audio consulting the map interjects it, informing Isage that Locke wasn't leading them on the shortest route to the boss. Stunned by this revelation, Isage questioned Locke's motives, accusing him of intentional detours and seeking revenge. Despite Locke's attempts to clarify, Emma's slap resonated, leaving him bewildered. Locke, feeling the weight of the distrust, wondered when he had lost their faith, having previously explained his rationale countless times. Resigned, Locke agreed to follow the shortest route, cautioning about encountering more monsters along the way. Wizards dismissed the potential threat, confident they could handle it. As they progressed, monsters attacked, prompting concern about the increasing threat if they moved too slowly. In the midst of battle, Locke questioned whether he could still consider them friends. Reaching a massive door marking the boss's lair, Locke proposed a break to lighten their loads. His Azander fled once more, blaming Luke for their tardiness and exposing them to danger. Kid laughed at Locke's perceived incompetence and enjoyed the chores of criticism. Locke, sensing the depth of the disappointment, reluctantly accepted the harsh words finally. Isage laid bare his true sentiments, revealing that he had long harbored doubts about his truthfulness. He declared that once the dungeon was conquered, Locke would be dismissed from their party. Such asserted they would fare better without him, placing their future success squarely on Kit's shoulders. So the revelation marked a turning point, signaling potential separation and leaving Locke to grapple with the shattering of camaraderie he once cherished. As their party approached the boss's lair, Locke acknowledged the unspoken truth hanging in the air. He understood that Emmy and the others had likely come to the same conclusion on a sister. In a solemn moment, they joined hands, reaffirming their bond as the number one pact. Memories of shared triumphs and camaraderie flashed through Locke's mind as they readied themselves to face the impending challenge. Open entering the boss's domain. Locke took a back seat, reminiscent of past encounters where he supported his friends by enhancing their weapons. As the group faced the boss, they were bewildered to find a massive gray wolf, its silver hue setting it apart from the ordinary. Who had recognized it as a Fontaine a legendary monster rarely encountered in such dungeons. Even Sank adventurers would find it challenging to subdue. However, the others dismissed it as a mere grey wolf and charged ahead. The Speedworks attempts to caution them, they engaged the monster. Kid, in his zeal, struck the Fenrir, only to have his sword break upon impact. Though the Fenrir retaliated and shows ensued, Kara succumbed though the fear started ailment and the situation grew dire. With realizing the predicament, warned such about the sword and implored him step back. Isach, angered by the setback, argued that the fight had not officially started. Kid reasoned that had they attacked while the Fenrir was still asleep, they might have avoided damage. Isach, however, was determined to press on. As the group retreated, Locke's running ahead became the target of their frustration. His thoughts voiced his long-standing doubts about Locke's usefulness, declaring his intent to remove Locke from the party once the dungeon was conquered. The weight of the trail hung heavy as Sisach suggested they would achieve greater heights without Locke. Feeling abandoned, Locke struggled to comprehend the turn of events. Amy too left him apologizing as she departed. Walk, gazing at his departing friends, realized the depth of their distrust and wondered when he had lost their trust. Locked in a moment of despair, he contemplated his past memories and the promises they had once made together. Those defended closely on Locke, he pondered the possibility of harboring resentment. However, even in the face of betrayal, he found himself unable to bear a grudge against his friends. In chapter 2, the narrative shifted to a critical moment where within Bending Doom, Fenrir remarked on the apparent cruelty of humans. As the Fenrir prepared to devour Locke, a surprising turn of events occurred. Locke, in a moment of connection, discovered that the Fenrir could understand and speak human language. A unique one began to form, and Locke proposed an alternative, a game to pass the time. The shock of both Locke and the Fender. Locke managed to stop the impending attack by engaging the Fender in the game. Utilizing his knowledge of handle dogs from his childhood, Locke turned the dice situation into a playful interaction. Both the Fenrir, now named Lucky, expressed joy at the game and even considered the idea of going on an adventure with Locke. In an unexpected twist, Locke discovered that in Lucky's friend granted him access to the mini monster garden. The newfound ability allowed him to transport into a different dimension with Lucky. Locke, grappling with the sudden turn of events, contemplated the potential benefits of this new connection. In chapter 3, the scene shifted to the royal capital of Kondo, where the sight of Locke and the impressive fury left everyone stunned. Guards, expecting trouble, gathered to defend the Adventurers Guild, despite Locke's attempts to explain that Lucky was his familiar. They remained skeptical. Eventually, the guild's receptionist to recognize Locke and welcomed him warmly. She acknowledged Lucky as the legendary fender from the tales and congratulated Locke on his newfound ability as a beast tamer. The guards, surprised by this revelation, were surprised sufficient understanding got the Locke through the registration process. As Locke expressed gratitude, Ryan inquired about the rest of his team. Locke, with a heavy heart, revealed that he had been stabbed and abandoned by Kid in the dungeon. Despite the uncertain device, showed Locke that the registration was complete, leaving him seem to wonder about the fate of his former companions. Locke felt a wave of nervousness as he approached, concern etched on his face. He inquired about Kid's well-being, noting that Kid had mentioned being stabbed. However, Kid's sword snapped in half, preventing any fatal injuries. Ra confirmed the rumor about Kid using his friends as a decoy to escape the dungeon, prompting Locke to question why he was targeted. Explained that the rumor circulated because Gil's actions had raised suspicions. Locke, perplexed, mentioned that someone else in the party could have performed the task he did. To his surprise, I disagreed, asserting that Locke was the most essential member of the party. Confused, Locke highlighted that his contributions could be replicated by another member, but explained that Locke's presence elevated the party to an ascent. How the situation unfolded, the party faced potential demotion. Zang, due to the betrayal, now Grey Party's individuality is a question. Rika acknowledged their prowess but emphasized that betraying a party member was a violation of the guild's rules. She suggested that their failure to return from an Yang dungeon hinted at a lack of ability. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Locke, Anu, and us were still in the dungeon with Kid. Locke, torn between returning to help them and potential mistreatment, opted to return their belongings. Despite concerns of unfair treatment, he decided to rush back to the dungeon. In the dungeon, Kid complained about the lack of a map, expressing frustration at their encounters with seemingly endless hordes of monsters. Isaac suggested a break on the fourth floor, and discussions about weapon conditions led to revelations about Kid's dependence on a servant's divinity protection for their saving status. Argued that the party greatly benefited from the servant's protection, making them selling in less than 3 years. Isaac, shocked and angered, struggled with the reality that Locke was the reason behind their success. Kid's actions, using his combat as decoys, escalated the tensions. Facing a formidable challenge on the fifth floor, Kid devised a strategy involving sacrificing Kara. Locke, witnessing this betrayal, couldn't stand by and rushed to save Ikara with the help of his female. After a fierce battle, Locke found Kara injured but alive, prompting an emotional reunion. Returning to the town, Locke discovered an entrance to the nest of the orange ants, leading to a surprising turn of events. The ants, transformed into humanoid forms, expressed a desire to befriend Locke. This unexpected development led to the upgrading of Locke's mini monster garden. As Locke emerged from the dungeon, he encountered Kid and is Sesh arguing with Rabbit accusations against them. Locke presented evidence of Kid's betrayal, leading to a confrontation. The truth unfolded, and Kid faced the consequence of his actions. Isaac, realizing the extent of Kid's deceit, apologized to Locke, expressing a desire to continue as a strength party. The narrative is marked by themes of betrayal, redemption, and expected alliances, adding depth to the evolving story of Locke and his companions. Locke was taken aback by the revelation that the only party with a rank ability in the group was Kid, and even at their best, they might reach C or B rank. Vera suggested that if Locke formed a party with an rank adventurer, the results might be similar. Research, angered by the implications, Kazawa dismissed her claims that the pay party was weaker than B rank. Brown Fazet confirmed the truth and proposed a challenge. If Locke's temporary party consisting of Issa, Jamie, and Kera could defeat them in a fight, then the demotion would be accepted. However, if they lost, the incident would be treated as if it never occurred. Izash, overconfident, agreed to the challenge. As the confrontation unfolded, the former member of an A-rank party, Jet Blacksbeard, testified against Kid. He recounted an incident in the dungeon of extracting where Kid's party used their friends as bait. Despite Kid's objections, the evidence built up, leaving Kid in a precarious situation. Frustrated, Kid dashed out, slashing the witnesses in a fit of anger. He declared his unwillingness to be part of the guild and threatened harm to Amy. In a desperate attempt to escape, Kid took Amy and fled the scene. Lockwood then pursued them and managed to restrain Kid with Lucky's help. In the aftermath, the gods took Kid into custody. Locke thanked Lucky for his assistance, and Such and Amy, realizing their faults, apologized to Locke. Such accepted that it wasn't a contest, but he had no choice but to take Kid back into the party. Back in town, and Jones was among the former party members. Isaac was frustrated and Amy was torn between them. Elle suggested moving on to the challenge, presenting a request that ranged from C to B level difficulty. The task involved obtaining rainbow dragonfly eggs, flying dragon skulls and fangs, and a fresh green mermaid within a week. Although the seemingly simple request carried a hidden message, Rock realized that it was a warning from the guild about their previous actions and they need to follow rules. As such, and Amy were angered by the request, and tensions escalated. As Locke agreed to the challenge, introduced him to a new rank, and adventurer Shannon with a mysterious past. Shannon, bearing a slave collar, claimed to be a grim rapper and expressed a desire for death. Locke accepted the challenge and demonstrated his strength. The training ground confrontation unfolded, with Shannon revealing her tragic past involving her missing brother. Locke, utilizing a wooden sword, showcased his superior skills and strength. Shannon, broken and defeated, questioned Locke's motives and background. Intrigued by Locke's display of power, Shannon asked him about the source of his strength. Locke summoned Fenrir, revealing his familiar, and a bright light engulfed them. Shannon, astonished, questioned Locke's identity. The narrative delves into Shannon's backstory, unveiling the mystery behind her tragic experiences. The intertwining of past and present adds layers to the evolving storyline, emphasizing themes of strength, resilience, and the consequences of past actions. In a world where the village seemed too cruel, Shannon found herself reduced to a slave, while their first master, surprisingly kind and gentle. taught about the world only to pass away after 6 months. The pattern repeated with subsequent masters, each meeting an untimely demise, one from illness, another from falling off a cliff, and yet another causing poison. The defeat mythologic and attacked by monsters, the deaths of those in contact with her and her the eerie mnemonic of the extreme Athenians and hope for imprisonment to avoid further tragedy. However, the guild had different plans when Arya from the guild asked her to join their party as an A-rank adventurer. Shannon expected rejection. To her surprise, they accepted her, understanding the unfortunate circumstances surrounding her. Initially resistant to the idea, Shannon tried to reject a man named Locke who claimed to be banished from his own rank party. Locke demonstrated strength and kindness, showed that the reason he won't die his family are the legendary failure. This display shattered Shannon's preestablished notions and she began to reconsider her desire for death. So during a moment of vulnerability, Shannon collapsed. Locke concerned rushed to her side and reassured that she was okay but needed some rest. As Shannon rested, Locke noticed Lucky, his loyal companion, and asked if backing at her was a bad idea. Lucky's actions turned out fine and Locke thanked him. Rumors about the bird that Locke had Lucky already hold, causing the bird to faint. A mysterious voice informed Locke that the skibird wanted to be his friend, and Locke, embracing the idea of having more friends, agreed. The skibird was befriended and transported to the garden, adding to the eclectic group. When Shannon returned, Locke inquired about her well-being. Nervous but remorseful, Shannon bowed and apologized for her earlier actions. Locke, displaying keenness, understood her inexperience and welcomed her to join him. So, witnessing the interaction, smiled and accepted Shannon. Grateful, she greeted him warmly. Lucky in his mysterious ways, touched Shannon, leaving Lou stunned by the display of power. However, Shannon remained unharmed, and Lucky mentioned his ongoing development. New revelation of great significance. It was confirmed that Shannon wore a potent curse when Locke inquired about the possibility of breaking the curse. Lucky explained that delicate magical work wasn't within his repertoire, yet he believed Locke possessed the ability. However, Locke, lacking knowledge on the matter, dismissed the idea. Lucky, in his mysterious way, says Locke said, imparting a surge of knowledge or his divine protection. Locke expressed gratitude and Lucky encouraged him to give it a try. So before Locke could thus break in the course, an interruption ensued. The guild chief Titus, accompanied by Rika, appeared, instructing Locke to cease his actions. Titus declared that Locke couldn't be permitted to break the curse. Locke sought clarification, and Titus explained the guild's rules. According to regulations, matros are barred from attempting spell breaking on guild staff. Although fueled by urgency voice frustration, emphasizing the need for swift action to Shannon. Titus, however, diverted the conversation, noting Locke's unusual demeanor and warning him against letting emotions dictate his action. Acknowledging the complexities, Locke apologized for his outburst. Titus then proposed a solution, the purchase of Shannon from the guild. In this scenario, she would no longer be considered guild staff, and Locke could then break the curse. For Blake's Locke turned to for guidance, but the latter confessed his lack of insight. Titus delved into the purpose of the Adventurers Guild. Beyond a means of making a living, he believed the guild existed to bring joy to adventurers. Despite understanding his arc and others' betrayals, he expressed hope that Locke and his dead companions could reassess their motivations. Titus commended Locke for his support during difficult times and acknowledged Shannon's resilience despite the hardships. He envisioned both as valuable partners, expressing his desire to assist Shannon and hoping she would support Locke. This revelation left Locke surprised, realizing there were people who understood and watched over him. He smiled warmly and turned his attention to Shannon, inquiring about her preferences. Nervously, she expressed her lack of luxury in decision making, yet emphasized her willingness to join them as long as Locke and the others remained unharmed. So Locke, appreciating her sincerity, decided to take Shannon alone, concerned about the cost. Locke questioned her, but she assured him that the fee coincidentally matched the reward for their current request. The moment out to break the coast, and Locke, prepared and determined, began chanting the spell. A large dark eye, a manifestation of the curse, appeared, stunning Locke. Despite the intense struggle against the curse, Locke persevered, chanting louder until the curse finally dissipated. Lucky Pleaser commended Locke's success, revealing that it was the curse of the founder, a formidable enchantment. Toritus, the Ghoul Chief, intervened, cautioning against Locke breaking the curse. Confused, Locke sought clarification, and Titus explained the guild's rule against amateurs attempting spell breaking on guild staff. For disacknowledging Locke's emotional state, proposed an alternative, buying Shannon from the guild to remove her from staff status, allowing Locke to break the curse. Shannon, after a brief moment of hesitation, expressed her desire to go with Locke. prioritizing their safety. Titus praised Locke's character and offered Shannon's purchase. Locke, turning to law for guidance, embarked on a profound decision-making process. Titus, recognizing the purpose of the Adventurers Guild, shared this hope for a fresh perspective among its members. Locke, realizing the support and understanding he received, was grateful for the bonds forming around him. Shannon, expressing gratitude, apologized for her previous actions, and Locke welcomed her to the party. The scene transitioned to a mini monster garden within Locke's brace situation and marveled at the hidden world. As the narrative unfolded, the party encountered a unique creature, a skibidi that Locke befriended. The storyline delved into breaking the curse, unveiling guild regulations, and exploring the dynamics between Locke, Shannon, and the guild. The plot thickened as unexpected encounters and decisions paved the way for new adventures, friendships, and revelations. In the subsequent chapters, interpersonal dynamics continued to evolve as the party navigated challenges, faced adversaries, and delved into mysterious dungeons. The narrative skillfully wove together elements of fantasy, emotion, and suspense, creating a tapestry of a captivating and original storyline. Was gazetted on the gargoyle, learning that gargoyles were elite troops in the Demon Lord's army and required a substantial amount of magic power to create. Empathizing with the gargoyle's plight, lost about his plans, the gargoyle, feeling hopeless, stealthily questioned what he should do next. In a compassionate gesture, Lou extended the invitation for the gargoyle to join the party. The gargoyle, overwhelmed with gratitude, eagerly accepted, expressing his readiness to accompany them. Intriguingly, Lo heard a voice in his head informing him that a gargoyle still wanted to be friends. Accepting this newfound connection, Lo learned that the gargoyle had transformed into a sacred beast,
Mm.
enhancing the power of his holy beast. Where the narrative seamlessly transitioned to the expansion of Lo's mini Monster Garden, with the gargoyle playing a pivotal role in this evolution. As the cabin expanded, the group's dynamic grew, fostering a sense of camaraderie. The gargoyle shared information about a nearby village, and Lo, spotting a cabbage patch, decided to rest for the night. The next day, the party reached Shano village, encountering an elderly man who mistook Shannon for an angel. Finner, Locke's faithful companion, intervened to prevent an unwanted advance. So the village chief, Anajami, greeted them, revealing the village's predicament. Goblins from the gloomy Green Garden swamp had raided their fields, leaving the villagers in dire straits. Birdo, assessing the situation, proposed a mutually beneficial arrangement. He offered to help develop the village, combat the goblins, and ensure a steady food supply in exchange for a percentage of the village revenue once it became profitable. Nagami and Davis divided in their opinions, engaged in discussions. During negotiations, Lord displayed this feeling that potion's effectiveness. Mending juries and we need the trust of the skeptical Warren, impressed by the potion's taste and healing properties. Warren admitted his initial doubts and pledged the DJ's cooperation. Once the chapter unfolded, the party's involvement in the village's affairs deepened, setting the stage for an intricate style of cooperation, trust building, and the challenges that lay ahead. The narrative skillfully blended fantasy elements with interpersonal dynamics, creating a rich and engaging storyline. Under the moonlit night, Locke gathered the villagers and his demo companions to discuss their plan of action. He was assuring Shannon that the monsters in the area would pose a significant threat, who entrusted her with the task of protecting them. Acknowledging her capabilities, Shannon vowed to do her best. Locke revealed his vision for the future, a direct road leading to Krone, a solution to resource conservation and the scarcity of imported goods. Casting a surprising spell, he bestowed strengthening magic upon everyone, lightening their bodies for enhanced mobility. Despite their initial surprise, the villagers felt invigorated. Even on attempting acrobatic feats, one not to resist themselves, they marveled at Locke's magical prowess. The group fueled by newfound energy. No matter construction, Locke's friends and the villagers worked tirelessly until nightfall. Recognizing the progress, Locke called for a temporary halt, acknowledging that the stone pavement and clean road were nearing completion. Grateful for Louis' magical assistance, he contemplated the imminent road's completion by the next day. Transitioning to the mini monster garden, Locke and Shannon reviewed their plans on the map. Fatigued but dedicated, Shannon inquired if Locke was asleep. He disclosed that he was strategizing for the following day, advising her to rest since she had exerted herself more than others. Rejecting the label of master and slave, Locke expressed his egalitarian approach. So Shannon, touched by Locke's kindness, expressed her gratitude and drifted into a peaceful sleep. Locke, still immersed in his thoughts, contemplated the villagers' cabbage collection and the capital's potential cabbage shortage. Despite the impending quest from the guild, he pondered the importance of victory and the manner in which it was achieved. Thomas Unknown peacefully slept on the table. Locke cast a cleaning spell, silently thanking her for her contributions that day. The narrative painted a vivid picture of teamwork, kindness, and a visionary leader navigating challenges in a fantastical world.